You know, we're always trying to get new things for our reptiles that keep them happy and enriched, so I got some actual whole fish that I'm going to try to feed a whole bunch of stuff here. I think they're going to actually love it. Come on, Salty! Salty! Ah! Woo! Still got all my fingers.
Let's do it.
Oh, she's angry.
Salty, come. Oh! Take a look at this pastel cine lesser bongo female. Unbelievable. This is one of, I don't know, maybe 1,000 ball pythons that are on the BHB website, not to mention colubrids, hundreds and hundreds of leopard geckos, all this stuff. Everything is on sale on this Black Friday. That's right. It's our, like I said, maybe the 11th, 12th, 13th Black Friday sale in a row. So we have everything on the entire site is going to be saving. So if you're looking for a snake and you want to save a couple ducats, you can go ahead and go to bhbreptiles.com. And the sale starts at midnight and goes till midnight all Black Friday long. Obviously, we've got a lot of cork bark, we've got wood, we've got plants down here. So Jessica is working hard on the new Caledonian room. Now that we have all this stuff going on, it should be going pretty good. As a matter of fact, I see there's a new enclosure that she just finished up, and she's going to be putting a new gecko in here in a few minutes here. So it looks great. I mean, what an absolutely amazing cage. Just, it's going to be amazing when all of these enclosures are done. This room is going to be so absolute dope. And again, I hope that we're going to have Tana from Serpent Design come up and design maybe a cage. He wants to come. He's a great guy. And of course, Will Nace as well wants to come up. So we'll save at least 1 or 2 cages for those guys too. But like I said, Jessica's about to put a gecko in this enclosure.
All right, so we're putting in our Saracenorum gecko today. This is one of the ones that I picked up at Tinley. He's so pretty. I actually thought it was a girl when I bought it, so when I'm looking for the new ones, I'm gonna have to get a couple females to go with them. So these guys are really cool though. They get bigger than the crested geckos. So this is just his grow out page. He'll eventually go into a different one. Oh my god, so I can't wait to see this guy grow up. They're so cool when they get big. But yeah, he's gonna do great in this little cage until he becomes an adult.
Remember the other day we cut that clutch and I said that we produced basically what a Barney Ball was? Well, kind of, sort of. I'll explain that in a second. Well, the whole clutch is hatched out, and this is actually what was the kind of Barney Ballish thing. This is actually a banana super cine, but to be honest with you, this is actually a banana black pastel cinnamon. So it's the super version, but it's crossed with a black pastel and a cinnamon. And what we've noticed is that when you breed cine to cine, you get a lot of duck billing, you get some cliffs, you get some kinks. But when you bring a black pastel to a cine, we haven't had that type of an issue, right? So this was actually a black pastel and a cine cross into a banana, and it's basically a purplish snake. Now listen, other people have produced the banana super cines probably 5-6 years ago, so by no means is this a world's first, and by no means is this really a Barney Ball python, but it's the start of a Barney Ball python because I think it's a pretty solid purpley snake, right? Now we've got to get that purple darker, right? Now how are we going to do that? I think by breeding into mahogany, I think potentially breeding it into blackhead, I think any of those dark morphs, stranger genes, whatever the case is, I think we can get the darker purple, right? So maintain that patternless purple look just like that animal is here, but then actually more purple into it by adding darker and darker morphs, and that's just amazing. So I was super happy. You can see it's perfect, no duck billing, no deformities whatsoever. And then we hatched out 2 which are black pastel, super cine type of things, right? So it's a black pastel and a cinnamon, and again, basically what happens is a black pastel pastel, and the cine get a super version, much like if you breed a Mojave and a lesser, you know, you can get a super version, which is the blue-eyed leucistic. So we hatched out 2 of these, perfectly good, perfect noses, no cleft lip, no kinks or anything like that. And then we hatched out this little monkey here, which is pretty cool. This is actually a banana pastel, black pastel spider ball python. So just kind of a cool thing. It's kind of like what they would call a pewter bee banana, but with the black pastel, not the cinnamon, right? So nevertheless, I'm really happy with the result, and I can't wait to work with this form of the Barney Ball python. We're going at it all kinds of different directions. As a matter of fact, we'll breed this into chocolate as well, right? So we're going to breed it into everything to get that Barney Ball python, but this is definitely a great stepping stone to that finished product. You guys know I'm always trying to add value to things that you guys can do, and we actually started a Discord. The link is in the description. Actually, it was Noah's baby. He did the whole thing. I'm so proud that he's trying to take ownership and things and doing something. He's like, we need a Discord. He made it. It's cool. You can play games over there. You can chat. You can audio chat. You can do all kinds of stuff. So link in the description to the Discord. You guys will love that. And by the way, speaking of Noah, we did a pretty fun mukbang over on his channel. So again, I'll put a link in the description if you want to see myself, Lori, and Noah have a fun time tasting some really crazy food.
Little update on our Argus monitors that we got last year. I tongue fed him a pinky yesterday. What's going on, bud? And look at already, I can tell he's gonna poop. Why? Because I can feel the belly immediately. It's just a little bit full. I love hanging out with these guys. I love hanging out with these guys because they're so agile, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to teach them how to tripod. I want to be able to teach them, go on exterminator missions. Someone's got a mouse problem, I'll go out there with my little Artemis, release him into the dungeon. He'll come back with some rodents. They were having some beef a little while back, so that's why we separated them. Chong right here was actually beating up Cheech pretty good, stealing all the food, so Cheech couldn't have any chance to really grow as much as our guy Chong here. But honestly, now that we separate him, I think Cheech, which is next door, has actually beat him in size. Wanna go take a look? And this is our boy Cheech! Yeah, I think he got a little bigger. Woo! No, I'm just kidding. Let's go see the real Cheech. God, all these freaking lights my mom made. It's making it real easy to play with my animal here. We're at BHB, we got, oh, Cheecher! This is honestly, I do not like them over here. So many stuff, you saw, they jump, they fly. And when you can't let this guy go, because if you do, he's gone. He's literally gone. Within this next week or so, maybe we can do a little reunion, maybe? Let's try it out. Let's see what my dad has to say. It was awesome to see them both doing good. Just want to share a little update with you guys on how our baby Argamises are doing.
Ooh. So it definitely looks like I lost the battle when it comes to Christmas here. Lori is decorating like crazy, which by the way, they're actually calling it zoo lights. You know, a lot of zoos do lights. So we're actually doing the first time zoo lights here from, I think, November 20th through the end of the year. We're gonna have zoo lights here. This is just the very beginning. I mean, this is just the start. There's gonna be lights all over this place. Lori is having a blast. You guys know she is a Christmas addict for some reason, and she is having a really good time. I can't imagine what this place is gonna look like here in the next couple weeks. So again, November 20th is the first zoo lights here at the Reptarium, and it'll go all the way through the end of the year. So like I mentioned before, it's that time of the year where we start to increase food to the females, right? We want to get those females starting to get a little bit more weight, get them kind of thinking like, hey, it's time to grow follicles. So I fed all of the females yesterday. We're going through to kind of double check and double feed today, just again to put that weight. We usually about double the food this time of year, and we'll get to a point where we'll even sometimes triple the amount within the next month. So it's that slow kind of process of increasing food until we breed here in just a couple more weeks. And then the females just pound food for the first 2 months or so of the breeding season. Then we start to see a little slowdown as follicles grow. So got to check all these females, get as much meal as soon as possible so that we have a successful 2022 breeding season. So far, I'm about 3/4 through the adult females. I've only had 6 animals that didn't eat out of all the females so far. We still have about 25% to go, but definitely the females are turned on food. And that's what happens this time of year, is that females start to think like, I need to feed a lot to produce follicles, so you have to give them that food, right? So that you trick them into producing follicles. Because basically, I think what would happen in the wild is that at this point, they're thinking I should feed, and if they can't find food, then they're not going to produce follicles because they don't think there's enough food for their babies to eat, right? So it's kind of like playing that mental game that we continue to play with these guys in food cycling. So far things are going great. So I'm done with the females. Again, there was only a handful of females that didn't eat, which is absolutely amazing. You know, I've talked a lot about cycling females' food, but I really haven't talked about male cycling food. They cycle in a different way, right? Because typically when males start breeding, a lot of them go off of food about 5 to 6 weeks into the breeding season, whereas the females are feeding heavier during that time. So what I want to do in the summer where I maintain the females is I feed the males a little more. You don't want fat males or overweight males, but you want beefy males going into the breeding season, knowing that they're going to go off of food within probably 4 to 6 weeks of breeding. Not all of them do, but the majority of them do. So you got to have that weight to carry them on that 4, 5, 6 month breeding season, right? So during the summer, we actually feed the males a little heavier and the females we maintain, right? So now I've got to go through the males because they've been turned on feeding like crazy too now. So I'm continuing to push food to them too. So on to the males. And that's a wrap. Out of all the males, we only had 2 males that didn't eat, which is pretty absolutely impressive. So I just checked several hundred ball pythons, all looking good. Cannot wait to get the breeding season started. Well, here in a few hours, we actually have the last and final meeting with the city council for the variance of the building. What do you think is going to happen? You think it's going to go okay?
So yes, I'm gonna go out and put good vibes out there, and I'm gonna say yes.
Is there any reason to believe it won't go okay?
No, but you know.
Yeah, it is a public hearing meeting, meaning the public can show up. Now, the last one was public as well, the planning commission, and no one showed up, but I'm assuming that, I don't know if
If
people...
anybody's gonna show up, they'll show up tonight.
Yeah,
So.
if they don't show up tonight, they can't say anything because it's over. So wish us luck. In a couple hours, we head to city council, and we have the last meeting. If they say yes, we are moving forward. Fingers crossed. So tonight's meeting is actually obviously at night when it's dark out. For some reason, this one's later than the last one. So again, this is the city council meeting. I like the fact that there's no one in the parking lot yet. So, but there is another parking lot on the other side. So hopefully there won't be a mob of people in there wanting to kill us or something. So let's go in and get the meeting over with. All right, guys, so it's late. We just got out of the meeting. Again, absolutely amazing. The mayor, the city council not only approved everything, but they were like so complimentary towards us. I mean, like it was amazing. So I'm literally shaking. I don't know if you see the camera. I'm shaking. So I'll fill you more in tomorrow, guys. But we did it. We made it. This is amazing. So we're just back from the meeting and celebrating. I'm not shaking now. I literally when we left I was literally shaking like a leaf because today, right this very minute, and this is what Lori and I have just been talking about. It feels real. Like before this, it was just a dream. And now it's real. I mean, it's scary.
You kind of have to do it now.
Now I gotta have to do it. It's crazy. So now I stopped shaking. I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's awesome. So there it is. I just wanted to give you guys the update when we were in a dark parking lot. Number one, and number two, when my phone wasn't shaking like this because I was like so nervous. So I appreciate you guys. If you like this video, do me a favor. Hit that playlist right over there. Building the Reptarium playlist. On this side, you can actually hit the subscription button. Thank you guys for all your support. Have an absolutely wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and we promise we'll see you tomorrow.